to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome to all of my new subscribers who have recently joined our beautiful soul family here. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for including yourself in this space. I love to create a space of inclusivity. I have the most amazing subscribers in the world, and our comment section is filled with helpful energies. It's filled with people who are trying to offer support, and so I just would love to have you join us as well. So if you're here for the very first time, please pull up a chair, get cozy, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather at this table. For today's pick a card reading, we are asking the question of the person on your mind: is it lust or is it love? How do they feel? Maybe you're just dating this person casually. Maybe it's things are up in the air and you're not sure what's going on. So how do they feel currently? Is it lust or is it love that they feel primarily for you at this time? And we're dealing with current energy. So this energy shifts and it changes. So we're looking at the current moment. Is it lust or is it love? We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the Happy Tarot and the blue feather. Pile number 2 here with the orange feather, and this is called the Tarot of Magical Moments, or Mystical Magical Moments. And pile number 3 with the red feather, and this is the Kawaii Tarot. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today we're asking the question of Spirit: is it lust or is it love in my connection? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the blue feather, or to the Happy Tarot here, and this is your reading. The attraction on your mind, the person on your mind, how are they truly feeling for you right this moment? Is it lust or is it love? Now, tarot is a beautiful snippet of direct, energy in the present, and so it's always important to remember that this energy could shift and change. It can evolve into love perhaps, but we're looking at the present moment. What is this person focused on? Is it lust or is it love? Maybe you're not even in a connection with this person, but you're wondering what the attraction holds. How do they truly feel for pile 1? Is it lust or is it love? We have the Hanged Man. Ooh. This one shot across. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups reversed. We have the Strength, Leo energy. Is it lust or is it love? The Page of Wands and the Temperance. Back of the deck we have the 9 of Cups. And we have the 9 of Wands. This is interesting energy actually that's coming through here, because already there is this sense of a lot of physical attraction, and that is palpable. Like we can feel it, and it's like this person feels like they kind of hit the lottery a little bit when it comes to you, because they are so attracted to you, and it's very fiery. So it can appear as lustful. But this Page of Wands, which explores and searches for things and enjoys that exploration process and feeds their curiosity, it's being paired with this sense of mixing together, so sexual energy, of course, but there's a sense too of balance that comes out of that, and a balance that doesn't just hold on to the fire ultimately. And we're even starting out the reading with the Hanged Man, and then we have this 9 of Cups as a back of deck, which I think is a great sign for you, pile 1, because even if it's fiery right now, even if the attraction feels like it's based on lust, there's this sense of a lot of intent coming from this person. They're already thinking about the future. They're already thinking about what comes after this chapter. They're perhaps a little bit insecure themselves, to be honest, because they're not sure if you support that situation or if you support that dream. And the dream being this 10 of Pentacles, it's like we could build something together. We could really grow something tangible and real and strong and committed here if we put the effort in, if we explore this attraction. So now they're thinking way ahead of the game. It's like they're thinking 3 leagues ahead, and they're worried actually that you're not on the same page as they are. There's a certain amount of kind of wishful thinking, or this wishful thinking energy going towards you. And it's almost like you're like a trophy. You're out of their league in some way. So it's like they're anxious to take it from this fiery realm into something more. It's not lust for they are lusting for you, but it doesn't feel like that's their primary focus at this time. Let's take a look here. Is it lust or is it love? How does this person truly feel for pile number 1? We have the 10 of Swords supporting the Hanged Man. We have the Five of Swords. Do you know what? It's like this person is, it's like they have a lot of their hope wrapped up in you, and it's like they're afraid of that. They're afraid that they have a lot of hope wrapped up in you. Like this person likes you a lot. It may be a fiery connection right now, but this person likes you a lot. And this could be sort of a friends with benefits situation, or just nothing, something casual, nothing that's really in a relationship at this time. But they're already coming up with this strategy of, but the thing is that the strategy that they're coming up with to perhaps take action or continue the exploration here, it's also, they're also strategizing, what happens if I get hurt? How can I put up some walls? How can I protect myself from getting hurt here? Because they don't feel like they don't feel like you are interested in anything but what's happening physically. Like there's a sense of not feeling supported, or the two of you not being on the same page, because they're confused. Oh. And if you connect the Seven of Cups here with the Seven of Shells, or I'm sorry, the Three of Cups with the Seven of Shells, that's the Ten of Cups. That's like the full spectrum. It's like the truth of the situation that we're not seeing here. And the truth of the situation is that they're emotionally invested here. They're already emotionally invested. And it's like they're afraid to be honest about that. They're afraid to be honest. Sometimes the sevens come in and ask us for that honesty, and they're afraid of that. Even here with the Seven of Shells, you can see it's a lobster. And I don't know, I don't remember if it was Friends. It was a sitcom years ago that talked about a lobster being someone's person. And so they think that they found their person. I think this person is falling for you. It may be starting in fire, but I think this person is falling for you. The problem is that they have these high expectations, and they're really scared that they're not going to get a chance to have them come to fruition. Like they're afraid of having it stay in the fire zone. And so the Page of Pentacles in this case is paired with this fox imagery, which is someone who's trying to hold on to their intelligence, trying to hold on to their truth, so that they don't throw all of their expectations at you. But it's like they're frustrated that it's just in a lusty stage right now. But Spirit says here that if you can give this some time and to sort of use this as an opportunity, like a launching pad, this lust, this passion, this attraction between the two of you, this exploration could lead to a huge discovery for all of you. We have here the Six of Wands, and we have the Ace of Cups. I love readings like this because it does indicate this sense of like, you're asking the question because perhaps it's in a lust cycle and you're not sure if it's going to move out of it. But in this case, Spirit says that you're both uncertain, you're both insecure, and you're both confused as what the other person is thinking, because you're afraid to be vulnerable. You're afraid to kind of look at the opportunity and be like, this is a great opportunity and I really want to pursue it. But sometimes when we see a really great opportunity, we want to know exactly where it's headed right away. And it takes away some of the joy of the exploration. So I do feel like this person is falling hard for you, and I feel like they hope that you're on the same page. Is it lust or is it love for pile number one, please? How do they truly feel for pile one? It says here we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then we have pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And the red flags here don't feel negative to me, to be honest. There is a feeling of like seeing the forest through the trees. It's like it's obvious how the two of you feel about each other, if you were to sort of look beyond your own insecurities at this moment. We also have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So there's a sense of the two of you spending a lot of alone time together, but that's a beautiful space to plant seeds. It's a beautiful space to plant potential for more. And Spirit says that this fiery zone for you, even if it extends into the future, is a sort of a launching pad towards, emotional starts, transformation. There's the cicada. So that's beautiful. I think it's going to move into a relationship cycle potentially for you. How does this person truly feel at this moment for pile number one? We have here Cat Spirit, claim your independence, number 13. And there's the 13 is all about that death cycle, letting old energies go, moving into a new timeline. So moving out of a friend zone into a friends with benefits situation and into something much more emotionally fulfilling. So I love that this Six of Wands, which is this sense of charging in with confidence, it's the strength forged through the sexual realm here that creates the new beginning. And they want you to surrender to that. They want you to have fun with it. Because all of these sort of, when we hit these challenges, these internal conflicts, you know, when we hit them, it's this sign from spirit that we're forging a strength. We have otter spirit. You're never alone. You guys are so cute together. And I love the otter spirit too, because ultimately the otters are very family and commitment oriented. They're very determined to sort of stick with family. And so for someone watching, I feel like this could move into a real relationship, and ultimately with time and investment, it could move into more. Back of the deck says, act as if. Number 14, the chameleon. I love that. They are chameleoning because they're acting like maybe they're satisfied with this right now, but they want more from this fiery realm. They want more. And right now, they just want to sort of act as if you guys are in a relationship. So that may be what you're doing, kind of taking that practice road. But the joy is in the journey, and Spirit wants you to enjoy it. Let's take a look at some of their thoughts towards you. What is this person thinking about pile number 1 at this time? Are they lusty thoughts, or are they loving thoughts for pile number 1? I've looked into tarot readings. So they're confused enough that for someone watching, this person has actually reached out to some sort of clairvoyant or tarot reader, because they don't know if you feel the same way. I have inner childhood wounds that affect their confidence, that affect their ability to be 100% open and honest with you. I am so attracted to you. You don't know what you do to me. And that feels like such a lusty thought, doesn't it, pile 1? They are very attracted to you. And it's in a lusty phase, but they, like, in the center, in the present here is the 3 of Cups reversed. In the middle of this reading is this sense of already emotional attachment. So it's not just lust, but it definitely has undertones. My nerves are getting the best of me. I'm nervous about this internal conflict. I'm worried that you don't feel the same way. I'm confused. And there's this feeling of like they know you have choices, or they know you have options. I pray about us. This could be a very spiritual person as well. Back of the deck says, I reminisce a lot about the times that I spent with you. So it's like they've got a bit of those, you know, goo goo gaga eyes when after they spend time with you, after they're exploring with you, they still are thinking about you. You're still on their mind all of the time. Oops. How do they feel about pile number 1? Are they lusty thoughts? I don't want to cause chaos in your life right now by asking for too much. I want to be your knight in shining armor. Oh, what a sweet person. They like you a lot. You are just like a dream to this person. And you are that 9 of Cups. It's like you feel like you should be out of their league. They're like, how, my luck. Well, how did I get so lucky? I keep dreaming of the past. We need to talk. So it's like we need to express how we feel about each other. We need to be more open and honest. It's like, I believe our souls are very old friends. So if there's already an established friendship here, it may be a return of, or a reunion of souls in this lifetime. And this could be the lifetime where you're no longer just friends, where you move into a more commitment cycle. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 1. So it is teetering on love for you, pile 1. Let's get some advice in the bowl, please, for pile number 1. 4 of Pentacles. This person, there's the knight in shining armor. They could be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The issue coming from this person's uncertainty is not because you're giving them that impression. It's because they have a lot of insecurity inside of themselves. They could have been hurt in the past. They could have sort of been raised in an environment that didn't have a lot of sort of emotional vulnerabilities, you know, accepted or supported. And so they want this to lead to more emotion. They don't want it to stay in the fire realm here. We have the 5 of Pentacles in the future position, because there is this fear that's underlying with this 10 of Swords with the 5 of Swords. They're conflicted with this idea of like, you're going to hurt me or I'm not going to get what I want in this situation, which is ultimately an emotional start with you. So if it's in the fire realm, they want more, and they're already falling. And they want you to see them in such a beautiful light. We have the 6 of Cups. Yes, that's already like an established like friendship, deep connection. We also have here the key with the Mickey Mouse ears. Again, old situations from the past and childhood, but also perhaps a really old friendship here. Perhaps you've known this person for a really long time. We have 2 secret shells, curled shells like the High Priestess. And so it's the Divine Feminine. We also have the green shell here. Both of you are keeping secrets. Both of you are not expressing the truth inside of you. We have piano and we have a world in access, so unfinished business here with this person. We also have the owl looking at things from a higher perspective, and it's the small owl. For me, that's the Divine Feminine. So they're waiting for you to say something about what you want or how you feel. We also have the blue fish bones and the pink surrender with the pink whale tail. So the Divine Feminine is being represented by the pink whale, and it's encouraging you to surrender to this opportunity, to give this relationship a chance, for instance. And the 10 of Swords that we saw over here is represented for the Divine Masculine, which is somebody who's having this almost a temper tantrum or emotional tantrum about, you know, devastating expectations. Like, I'm going to get hurt. I just know that they don't like me back. And these are not based on reality. They're just based on emotions that are temporary. All right, pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. If it resonates with you, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We have great, beautiful subscribers here who offer so much support in the comments section, and I would love to have you join us. If you do join us, be sure to drop me a comment and hit your notification bell if you would like to be entered for a free reading with me. I do offer a contest for all of my subscribers, and I do pull multiple names a month to give away free readings. So be sure to drop your comment and hit your notification bell. I also have a link below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2, you were drawn to the little yellow leaf, or to the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and this is your read. Actually, not the Tarot of Mystical Moments. The Tarot of, Tarot of the Magical Forest. And this is your reading. The connection on your mind. Is it lust that they feel for you in this present moment, or is it love that they're feeling for you at this present moment? How does the person on pile 2's mind currently feel? An emphasis on currently, because energy is always in motion. And so what they feel today it may evolve into something more down the line, but we're going to look at today and how are they currently feeling. Is it lust or is it love? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign. And this boar is the symbol of masculine energy. So this could be like a real masculine person, somebody who's like very traditional in nature, perhaps a little quiet. Is it lust or is it love? It may be kind of hard to pinpoint, you know, what's going on in this situation or how this person feels. We have the 7 of Swords, because they seem quiet or they seem secretive in some type of way. How do they feel for pile number 2, please? Is it lust or is it love? Ace of Wands. Ace of Cups. Oh, it's almost like it's such a close race. It's such a close race right now. And I almost feel like this person can feel how close the race is to the lust and love line. And it's like they are lying to themselves about it. They're lying to themselves about it. It's like, I'm not going to be honest with myself. I'm not going to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes to the fact that I'm falling for this person super fast, faster than I am comfortable. Because there's a spark here right in the center of your reading is the Ace of Wands, which could indicate fire, fire, fire between the two of you. So lots of lust, lots of sparks. Sparks are flying. And I feel like there's an emphasis on like communication here. Like you guys are communicating a lot. We have the King of Pentacles. This is a very practical person. You know, they don't like to be caught with their pants down. They're a very practical person. And so they're very attracted to you though, you know? And it's like if this is the type of person that drags their feet when it comes to relationships, it's like you may be their kryptonite a little bit. The attraction that they have towards you. So this spark, the lust that we sometimes experience in these relationships, is sort of the launching pad of success. It's kind of like the big bang of creation when it comes to relationships and emotions. But we have the Chariot and we have the Knight of Swords sideways here coming out. There's extra cards. And back of the deck is the Star. And we have the Six of Pentacles. They're emphasizing the communication here. They're emphasizing that for me. And there's this feeling of like, here with this Chariot energy ruled by Cancer, we have the Knight of Swords. It's like they're already feeling driven by emotion towards you. And it's like their Knight of Swords, even the horse is looking back like, are we going too fast? Why am I falling so fast for this person? Because there's almost confusion surrounding it. It's like normally I drag my feet. Normally I'm a little bit guarded when it comes to really allowing myself to fall. But it's a close race here, pile 2. They feel like their feelings for you are creeping in too quickly. That's what they feel like. And they're trying to, it's like they're trying to avoid that truth. Like it's like they're just ignoring it for now, pushing it to the back of their mind every time it springs forward. Every time they start to get that insecurity of like, oh, wait a second, my position's being tested, or my emotions are being tested, they kind of avoid that thought. We have the Ten of Wands. But there's this message coming through about this Ten of Wands. Look at the struggle that this person's having. They're barefoot. It's like they're barefoot, and all of these sparks, which are representing the passion between the two of you, the lust between the two of you, it's like they're packing them on, they're packing it on their back, and now they have no choice but to start that slow, steady, progressive step that the Knight of Pentacles is famous for towards commitments, or towards relationships, or towards a surrender to this emotion. I feel like this person didn't intend it to move out of the lust cycle, if I'm honest. These Knights, he started out with the Knights, like I'm not ready for that responsibility yet. I want to explore passionately. I want to go in and be impulsive. I don't want to have to think about tomorrow or the consequences. But again, we get pulled in different directions, and all of a sudden the feelings are creeping in for this person. The Nine of Pentacles. They're trying to hold firm in their position of independence. They're trying their best. But Spirit is indicating that this person is so close to folding. It's like they're so close to just giving into this feeling of love. The Queen of Wands. And I feel like you can anticipate that, because there's this emphasis on you kind of holding out that light. It's like holding out the finish line for them. You could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There's an emphasis on Aquarius as well. And Libra. I have really strong Libra energy right now for some reason. We have the Nine of Cups and we have the Death energy. Back of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. You know what? I think you guys look really good together too. There's an emphasis on the partnership here. The Queen of Pentacles. You are this force of nature. You are someone that carries themselves with so much confidence in their eyes. You are gorgeous. They just think you're so attractive. And it's this attraction that did lure them in. I can't lie about that. They feel a lot of lust for you in the present moment because of how you look, because of how you carry yourself. There's an emphasis on you being your own person. You're not applying pressure perhaps to the situation. But it's like just being yourself, just the influence that you have here. It's like you're everything this person actually wants. Ultimately, they were honest with themselves. You're the whole package. The Queen of Pentacles is the whole package. And so if they would just kind of surrender to this feeling, it's going to turn into this really happy outcome. You can see with the Death energy that it's all about timing here. This Death energy, the skull is sitting on the timepiece, but I do feel like there's almost an anxious look on the skull. I feel like it's like, this wasn't my intention. I didn't intend to fall in love with you. But that's where we're coming for. Like, we're coming for you anyway. It doesn't matter if you intended it or not. This spark is just that. It's a fuse. And ultimately, there's that huge explosion. And the explosion is this connection. It's them completely falling for you and not being able to kind of give way to that. And then we see the Death here, which is emphasizing a change in direction in this connection and in the lusty energy that it is in presently, because you're tempting them through that portal, so to speak. It's like you're tempting them through that spark to move them into more of a cycle of commitment and partnership. So I love that. I love the energy. I love the opportunity that's being presented in this connection, because they're calling it a healing and refocus cycle. That this moment of enjoyment, of exploring each other, the sparks between the two of you, especially if it's an emphasis on communication right now, it's okay to start with that fiery communication. Spirit's not going to let that go to waste. They're using it to fuel your chariot. They're using it to fuel you forward in this connection. How do they currently feel for pile number 1? Is it lust or is it love? They think they're being smart about the way that they're handling things. Like, they think that they're guarding themselves, but they're not being honest with themselves. We have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And there's this feeling of like you being that unique, this unique opportunity. It's like they're calling you the unicorn. It's like you are a quadruple threat. How do they truly feel? Is it lusty energy or love energy towards pile 2, please? We have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. And finger, warning of a problem either now or in the future. It's like, I'm scared that the fact that I'm already slipping in. That's why the Chariot and the Knight of Swords came out as secondary cards. They just came out. I didn't even pay attention. They popped out with the Knight of Swords wanting to rush through with his intention. It's like, I'm going to take my version of the truth and I'm going to run with it. I'm not going to gather any more information about this person. I'm going to take my fire. I'm going to run with it. But all of a sudden, the emotion of the Chariot comes in, pulling them backwards, making them question their motives, making them question their own feelings at this time, pulling them and encouraging them. Their emotions at this point is pushing them and encouraging them to explore this further, to seek this out. Their intuition is pushing them because it's through some of the conflict and the insecurity that they're going to feel that's going to help forge a lot of strength. But we have Gong, an exciting event on the back of the deck. And I feel like in the present, it feels very lusty, feels very fiery. But this person it's so close. Like they could literally fall tomorrow. Like it's like, this is my present energy. But these 2 cards are flanking them. It's right around the corner. How do they truly feel? Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you closer together. How does pile 2 person truly feel? Is it lust or is it love in this attraction? Soulmate. And back of the deck says honeymoon. Enjoy the holiday time of bliss together. The honeymoon card is the fear of the unknown. I often sometimes think about somebody who wants to whisk you off on a secret vacation as well. And there's an emphasis on travel here. So this person may really like to travel. Maybe you guys are planning a trip of some sort. And there's an emphasis here on enjoyment of the journey too, because as we traverse this connection, we're going to be consistently pushed outside of our comfort zone. It's going to test us in ways that other situations don't, these relationships do. And so it's encouraging us to stay motivated, stay focused on our ability to create change and our courage as well as we move through those cycles, because the moon is representing all that fear associated with the continued journey. Is it lust or is it love? How do they currently feel for pile number 2? You have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Number 11. And I love the 11 because it's this gateway. It's the truth. The truth that they may be denying. They may be sort of focused on the lust right now, but this love has already creeped in. It's already pulling at their heartstrings. The butterfly spirit is talking about this transformation. If they were honest inside, they would have to turn themselves into a liquid soup. They would have to reflect. And we have here wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. And back of the deck says dove spirit, be at peace. And there's an emphasis on the dove because even this Ace of Cups has this beautiful dove coming in. And so the 21 is the world, it's success. And I do feel like there's going to be transition in the future of this attraction or this connection. How do they currently feel about pile number 2? Is it lust or is it love? You have so many choices and options. You're communicating a lot. And there's this emphasis too of them wondering if you're entertaining other people, entertaining other options, if you're communicating with anyone else. We have seek professional advice, but it's reversed and it's coming over top of the 7 of Swords. And I feel like that's really important because their guides are trying to usher them to find the strength to overcome their insecurity, to just let it happen. Let that emotion come in. You know, surrender to it. Look at this person on their knees. Surrender to the emotion. But they're trying really hard to bypass those thoughts. It says, I'm coming, trust. They see the potential. That's the Magician reversed. They see the potential. And there's a feeling of like, I don't want to squander this opportunity. How do they currently feel, please? I'm addicted to you. It's like they're lying to themselves and they keep saying to themselves, but it's just lust. It's like, I can't get you out of my mind, but it's just lust. I want to talk to you all the time, but it's just lust. You know, it's like, it's such a contradiction. You are so beautiful. Why do you need me? Why do you need me? You almost seem too good to be true. Your family's not going to like me. They're coming up with all of these excuses as to why they shouldn't fall or why they couldn't let themselves surrender. But the truth is that it's all trickling down to this fear, this insecurity inside of themselves. How do they truly feel right now? For pile number 2, please. Is it lust or is it love? You know, I have a lot of distractions in my life right now, and they are creating a lot of distractions. But I watch your social media. It's like, I have a lot of distractions. I can't fall in love right now. But I'm obsessively looking at you. I'm addicted to you. I'm addicted to your social media. In a perfect world, it's you and it's me. And then we have wake-up call coming up. Because if they don't sort of act, this is a beautiful light to shine, and somebody else will notice it. And so there's a sense of them being called and driven towards some sort of epiphany towards you. I'm keeping tabs on you, and I think about you every damn day. Back of the deck says, I'm making plans, but I'm going to need some time. So there's this feeling of them wanting to control the situation. Sometimes the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, that's why the Knight of Pentacles is so slow at his pursuit, because he's very sure-footed. He makes sure that his hoof is going to go exactly in the right place. But that really showcases a lot of insecurity and just taking action. The fear of the unknown is really present here. But I do think this person is like, it's like they're denying to themselves that they've already fallen in love and that it's slipping in, and they're really scared about that. They're admitting addiction to you, and they're admitting that they can't get enough of you. So advice, please, for pile number 2. Oops. We have the Justice, Libra. And we have the 4 of Swords. Ultimately, Spirit's talking about sort of a delay in this moving into a physical relationship, like an actual commitment phase. It's going to be delayed until this person's kind of honest with themselves and allows that truth to come in, because this Ace is speaking about the truth of the situation, which they may be denying to themselves right now, about the true intentions or the true feelings that they have, and how maybe their intentions weren't to fall, but they're falling anyway. So the 4s here are a recognition of the truth of the situation, and truly, Spirit's talking about where this seed of insecurity came from for your person. It came from a really bad heartbreak, or it came from a really strong disappointment in their life, in their youth, which leaves them sort of ill-equipped to jump into such a beautiful opportunity with you. But the doorway is there. There's opportunities for growth here. And it's the internal conflict that's stopping them from seeking their actual truth at this time. We have the letters J and E. J twice. JJ. We have and. We have a nursing cap with a heart, so it could be a hospital nursing connection, a blocked heart chakra for sure. We have the Hanged Man energy, and it's reversed. The hanger is reversed, so there's a sense of victim mentality and not wanting to open up a cycle that they can't control, and they don't want to get anybody to get hurt. There's a feeling of that. There is the lightning bolt, so emotions have hit them like a ton of bricks out of the blue that have sort of changed everything, right? The lightning bolt is about the epiphany. It's like it changes everything. We have the owl looking at things from a higher perspective. We have the dog paw, loyalty. And I will say too, the Knight of Pentacles is a very loyal character, very trustworthy character. We have the yin yang, and we have the flat shell. I think sometimes of the hermit with this flat shell though. I think about somebody who's quiet, who's contemplative, who's keeping their feelings inside a little bit. Pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you do subscribe, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me that comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links for Etsy and for Instagram below for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the red leaf. Or to the Kawaii Tarot, and this is your reading. The connection on your mind, is it lust that they're feeling for you in this present moment, or is it love? Things can definitely evolve from this point, but what are they feeling right this moment for you at this time? So for pile number 3, please, is it lust or is it love? We have the World. And you can see the World in this case is featuring this big whale. And the whale is a symbol of like taking a deep dive, coming up to express myself, or else I'm going to drown in the emotion. And it can also indicate sort of the necessity and success that can happen if we take some sort of risk or leap of faith. In this case, it could be expressing myself. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Is it lust or is it love? 2 of Coins. Eight of Cups. How does this person feel? Is it lust or is it love? We have the Queen of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the 6 of Wands. There's a really strong indication here that this person does wear really heavy masks when it concerns you and how they feel about you. And I don't feel like every person that's watching today that there is a relationship going on here. I almost feel like there's no relationship yet. It's like we're asking about their feelings, about how they view us, how they feel about us in the present moment, but it doesn't feel like it's necessarily in a relationship cycle at this time, because there's a sense of that space being occupied by other things, whether it be job, whether it be struggles, whether it be uncertainty. The 2 of Pentacles is indicating an imbalance and decisions and choices to be made. There's this indication, though, that they're not satisfied with what's going on in their life right now. So wherever they're sitting in life, if it's in another situation, if it's like waiting for you, they're not happy there. And there's this indication that their happiness can be found with you. Like there's this indication of that. Even the Queen of Cups can talk about permanent emotion that exists, that's already in place, that perhaps they've swallowed for some time. I feel like there's this sense of like there's already established emotion, but they can't say it. They can't say it to you for some reason. They feel helpless to say it to you. It feels already like love to me. It doesn't feel like lust at all. I think that you're highly thought of in so many different ways, and it has nothing to do necessarily with the fire realm completely. I feel like there's a connection here, an emotional connection. And I feel like this person should have taken more risks towards you in the past. And they could even be kicking themselves at this time too. And what's interesting, what just struck me right this moment, this 9 of Coins is featuring the poodle. And Spirit was just talking about the poodle. They were talking about the purpose of the poodle cut. And I know it seems like off the rails, but this is the way they worked with me. They just bring me these strange little snippets of information. So the poodle cut. I know it looks frou-frou and it's all fancy and it's a big deal in society now, but the poodle cut originally was made to protect the vital organs of the poodle, which is actually a retriever, a water retriever dog. And so it protects the vital organs. So they are saying that they didn't take actions towards you because they're afraid they were going to be rejected. And so they kind of put up this wall of protection around themselves. And in this case, this wall of protection could have been another foundation. It could have been sort of emotional barriers towards you, a personification of how they felt when it's not the truth. But they put up walls to protect themselves from an icy plunge or from an icy response if they did take a plunge towards you. So they're really kicking themselves for not saying things sooner, because they're like, it's unfinished between us. And I just keep hearing that Natasha Bedingfield song, the rest is still unwritten. We'll never know. And they are still holding space for that feeling. But there's this overwhelming feeling coming through for someone watching that this person is not able to come towards you right now. But there's a dedication to you. You know what? Like there's loyalty to you here. Really strong loyalty to you. And it's like they don't want to give up hope that somewhere down the line there could be a place for the two of you, but there's also this there's like also all of these practical steps that lie between that point and actually getting what they want with you. We have the death energy. And there is an emphasis. I think this person loves you. I think that they've already established that in their mind. They love you. And the reason they know that is because they've been separated from you. And what they've experienced in that separation was supposed to be love, but doesn't feel satisfying the way that love's supposed to feel. It's perhaps filled with hard work, it's just filled with something that didn't make them happy. And so it's like, I didn't know what love was until I walked away and found what I thought was love. And then I came back and realized that's not love. I feel that love for you. I feel like it's already established here. But now there's a lot more complications than were in place in the past. And this death energy is indicating that they still hold out hope for more, for moving this into a full-fledged like relationship, love cycle, but it may come at the cost of old cycles closing off. You seem like a big temptation too. So we have the 7 of, because they are in love with you and they struggle with it. We have the Tower. It's like my love for you hit me like a sucker punch to the gut. It's like I didn't realize I loved you until boom, it was too late, and I'd already created permanent damage, or I'd already created permanent change in my life. This was a turn of events towards them in a good way though, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about turn of events in our favor, and ultimately the epiphanies are made for something good. Even if epiphany stings a little bit and brings in permanent change, ultimately the dust will settle, our confusion will clear, and we'll have strong, solid foundations on which to rebuild. So they were conflicted about how they felt. They felt like they were going to get rejected. They were holding back. So this epiphany of love for you actually served them well, except for now it just creates a restless energy of lust towards you. It's like it makes them want to be impulsive and act towards you. It's like once we realize, oh my God, that's what love is, I want to go charging in with that information. I don't want to stop and think of the consequences, but they have to, because the consequences could be dire to their practical realm, could be dire to you. They don't want to create chaos or havoc in your life at this moment, but I feel like this person is in love with you already. But I feel like they didn't recognize that until it felt like it was too late. How do they currently feel? Is it lust or is it love? You may have felt like there was a really strong attraction here in the past and you were never sure where their feelings ended up resting. We have here bird perched. Yeah, it's like, and I feel like this is like the theme of this chapter of your life. It's like somebody who was waiting for the perfect moment to reach out, someone who was in a planning phase. It's like I had intentions to reach out to you to close out this cycle and to bring about this success, but I never did. It's like I was waiting for you to say something, or I was waiting for assurance that it was a safe path to take. Whoa, we won't keep those, that's too many. But here's fire. Strong emotions, passionate love or hate. Now the fire can talk about lust, of course, but this card specifically says strong emotion, passionate love. They're saying that they had muddled, unclear thinking. Then we have the candle and the angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. You'll be shown the way. There's an emphasis on spiritual love here. With all of these lilies that she's holding on to, there's an emphasis on the spiritual love. And they're saying, I didn't see it. I didn't see it when it was sitting right in front of me here. And now if I act towards it, I'm going to be doing something risky, taking a chance. And I don't know if I can do that at this time. I have to continue with these masks because they feel that after this epiphany, immediately we want to act. We want to change things. It's like finding out, if somebody finds out something negative about their health, it's like, well, I'm going to do something to change that up. Then I'm going to try to reverse the clock a little bit. But they can't, because if they do, it's going to result in a lot of upheaval. We have here worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And Spirit's bringing in some of the lessons this person has learned throughout this whole situation. They learned not to delay. They learned to take action upon what they want, because now it's like they've had to suffer the consequences of waiting for this. They don't want to let it go. And I don't feel like they have intentions of releasing this feeling because it feels like permanent love to me. Back of the deck says, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond will deepen. And they still feel like there's things that they don't know about you. They still want to fuel their curiosity. They're still interested in getting to know the true depths of you, but they're already established this feeling, this connection is already there. How do they truly feel? Is it lust at this time or is it love towards? We have here Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities. And there's a feeling of like that I'm just trying to make it through this period of time. It's like I haven't given up hope that there's some sort of light or awareness or clarity waiting for us at the end of the day. And open to that possibility. That's why they're holding space for you. They're holding space for this connection. They're holding space for an opportunity to talk to you. The judgment talks about how they've judged themselves harshly and critically, I think. They've definitely judged themselves critically. And they come to know where they went wrong. Ultimately, it does indicate that they wish for new beginnings as well. We have here, love is all around, the Nightingale Spirit. And they just wish that they could express it. You can see this Nightingale sitting on this I don't know what it's called, an xylophone or some sort of speaker, an old-time speaker. And the 4 and the 1 is the 5. It's like they're feeling that challenge. They're feeling the burden of it. But they are forging strengths in this moment as well. And then we have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. And that's what they learned too. It's like I learned to be smart about my actions. I learned to let my emotions work for me, my thoughts work for me, not against me. Right now they're still holding out hope, but they don't know what the possibilities really are. They wonder if they're holding out hope realistically or not at this time. Let's get some message cards here. How does this person currently feel about this whole twin flame stuff? Really scares me. It really scares me. It says, I miss being intimate with you, but it's reverse. I feel like you never were intimate with this person. Maybe you were. Again, take the messages as they resonate. But for someone watching, I feel like there was no intimacy there yet. So it's like they do fantasize about that. There's lust towards you. We saw the lust towards you, but it starts with love here. It starts with connection. No one can change my love for you. It doesn't matter if there's obstacles. It doesn't matter what those obstacles are. It doesn't matter if they are people, for instance. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change that permanent love. I don't want to hide that anymore. I don't want to hide my connection. I don't want to hide my feelings for you. They may feel like it's necessity, but they don't want to do it. And I've thought about surprising you. I've thought about surprising you with a date. It feels very innocent. This connection, it says, I really hate not communicating with you as much as I want to, and I do feel like this could be in no contact or in disconnect at this time. Let's get some message cards. What are they feeling for pile number 3 right at this moment, please? I love you, but... Oh, it's love, but there's a caveat. There's a problem. There's an issue. There's a tower moment. There's obstacles, and they're frustrated. You make me weak everywhere. So it's not just they do find you physically attractive. Spirit doesn't want to make you think that there's no attraction there. There absolutely is. I gave you, oops, stuck together. I gave you the impression that I did not care, and that was a lie. Because there is something so special about you, but I feel like it didn't hit them. They always kind of had the inclination about how unique you were, but it didn't really hit them until after that movement. I'm stuck right now. Have you forgotten all about me? Oh. Oh, I feel like it's really in disconnect. Where have you been? Just all trying to figure myself out. I'm keeping tabs on you, so trying to keep tabs on you, but I feel like they're having a difficult time accessing you on social media for some reason. Like, I think it's hard for them to. You are a stunner. Emphasis on how beautiful and attractive they do find you. We have 2 here. Every song I hear is about you, but my life is in chaos right now, and I feel like they don't want to create any more chaos than is unnecessary at this time. It says, you don't see it, but I think you're perfect. Oh, this is a sweet person. Even it was a double side, I don't know how to let this go, showed itself as well. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. I feel your person loves you, pile 3. I think it has little to do with fire because I don't think they ever got to access that in you at this time, but they do love you. Let's get a charm bowl, please. Charm bowl, please. Advice for pile number 3. Oh, we have one that's falling out. The death energy. Big theme here. It's not just spiritual ascension that the major arcana can represent, but also practical upheaval here. It's like when one door closes, another door opens, but we still have to face that closing door. The Five of Wands reversed, and the Queen of Pentacles. They also don't want to create any havoc in your situation right now. If you're established, for instance, you could be an earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And this Five of Wands is really asking for like a fair fight. It's like, I want to get a fair chance at it again. I want another chance. It's like they want another chance. But there is also this sense of competition in the present. Competition for the fiery thoughts, competition, and insecurity associated with coming towards you at this time. So they're just not prepared at this time to take action, but they definitely feel an investment of love for you. Oops, get a little pinch there. Okay, we have the letter L. We have heart, and so there is a big, deep connection in the heart chakra here. We have October being significant, Libra energy. We have the Chariot being pulled in different directions, but emotionally they know what they want. They know who they love. It's just about logistics. We do have the Blue Star, so it's not that they're hopeless, but they're sad about the expectations of the future. Like, they're sad about the projected future. We do have the Surrender. Interesting, because we have both curled shells. I think about the Emperor, or I think about the High Priestess. So both of you were keeping secrets in the past. Both of you are holding on to secret feelings today as well. Information that we know to be true. We have Pizza being significant. The Divine Feminine being asked to surrender and express herself when called. We have Virgo. A little wrench in our plans, and it's near the Tower, and the Tower is representing foundations, perhaps. Also epiphanies. It's like the epiphany didn't come in until it was too late, and it's like the where were you, fate? Like, where was the universe when I needed it? And here is this surrender energy here with the seahorse. It's upside down, so there's a victim mentality here too. It's like somebody who thinks it's not fair that things turned out the way that they did. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit your notification bell, drop me a comment below as well so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to check your notifications though. I will be drawing a couple of names this week, and so I have had trouble with my winners reaching back out to me. The only time that I will, offer the reading is through the comment section in that way. If another sort of person approaches you offering spell casting or things of that nature, that is not me, that is a spammer, so please protect yourselves. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.